Nobody here. This is this is weird. It's dead in Detroit. Just had lunch at that Johnny Noodle. Usually I don't eat there on Saturdays because it's so busy. It's like 5 people in there. He said it was dead last night too, which are usually slammed. Went to Kroger's last night. About, I'd say, a third of their inventory is missing. Empty shelves. But she's not catching the coronavirus. Hey, Lynn, Douglas. Hey, Annie. I'm telling you, man, it's scary down here. I got some good interviews that I'll be uploading. I get some people leave me some crappy comments like I'm, changing my attitude or changing my channel, and that all I do is make 3-minute movies, 3-second movies of food. I listen to these wackos. The reason that they may think that is because I normally come down for 2-3 how it's going. But this time I've stayed here a week. So I think they're just seeing these food things and thinking that I'm not getting interviews. I'm doing the interviews and the photography like I always do. Actually, I got a ton of content that I'm going to upload when I get home. But because I stay in a budget hotel, the internet connection is so slow, it would take me forever to upload one movie, one video. So don't get disappointed. I've got more than ever. I just stick around. The only reason I put those food videos up, it's not like I'm bragging. I mean, this isn't any way gourmet dining. People are interested in different kinds of food, and actually I get emails asking me about it. I think if they had their druthers, they would like me to do a little review. Well, that's just not me. So if you're not into it and you see a food come up, just don't watch it, a fact of the matter is down here, the working girls, I know it's illegal, but they are working, and this is absolutely dead. Totally dead. And down here, Johnny Noodle, usually busy, dead. There's hardly any cars on the street. Hey, Kat, how you doing? So, and I'll make a long story short here. So I've got Becky interviews, stuff like that. Wendy and a couple new girls actually. Now there's a trucker. And I'll make a long story short. So I get contacted by people a lot, of family members of some of the working girls. And what I try to do on those is not ambush them with the camera running. Feel them out before I record any of it. And if they're cool with it, I'll just go on like with an interview or whatever it is. And if they're not, just not bring it up. And you never even know that was an issue. But Raven, who has a lot of fans, her sister noticed her about 2 months ago on the video. Had been missing 15 years. I talked to the sister at length. After a while, another sister got a hold of me. And 2 days ago, I talked to her mother for about 45 minutes. So what I did is, I see Raven all the time. She's always so appreciative and nice. And on one hand, I want to help these people if I can. On the other hand, if they don't want it, that's the last you're going to hear from me with setting up or bringing up to you family members want to contact you. The way it was set up is that I would find Raven again. She already knew. I told her, and I said, well, you think this over, and the next time I'll see you, we'll discuss this. So I saw her for just a minute the next day. I was eating lunch with a guy, and I didn't have a chance to talk to her. And then I just saw her again this morning, and was like, hey, Raven, how you doing? She was kind of frazzled and said she was sick. And I said, well, look, if you don't want to talk to your family, that's up to you. And she just really didn't kind of answer me and just kind of walked away. So I never had that interaction with Raven before. I mean, God knows what's going through her mind. She's been missing 15 years. Some of these family members didn't even think she was alive any longer. So it's just kind of like not a great way to start out my day. Oh yeah, I mean, here I am downtown right now. Look at it. The restaurants are all wide open. Usually, it's not a great day, but it's good enough to be out walking around. I mean, you can see right here. This is like the main part of downtown. There's usually a bunch of people out here walking around, taking photos, going to rents in. Nothing. Not that many cars. I see gas is coming down. Yeah, I don't really know, Sonia. I mean, I'm trying to be as sensitive as I can about everything, and I'll never bring it up again. If she says something to me, fine, but it's just a crap feeling because the family had sent her gifts and photos and letters and some money and candy and, really want the best for her. And, I mean, think about it, 15 years? So, I don't know. She didn't really, I wouldn't say she seemed, like, mad at me, but she treated me like, oh, it's him again. And I never had that happen with Raven before. So, I guess I'll just see how it goes. Yeah, there's nothing going on down here. Yeah, it is, Arlene, yeah. Now, I've been, I bought a new lens, as you guys know, for my camera, and I've been doing a lot of airplane landing, right? But I'll tell you, yesterday and the day before, and actually since I've been here, well, 3 days in a row, that airport's absolutely packed. I don't know whether these people are trying to get home or what, but it was busy as hell. Now, what I did notice is the bigger jets, the heavies, the 777s, A380s, 747s, that kind of thing. I didn't see any of those, but that's not that uncommon because that's a Delta. They call it a hub, but really what they do is fly everybody down to Atlanta, and then you take your long-range trip. I'm sure there's some direct flights out of Detroit, but I got to be lucky to be there to see one of those monsters take off. So I'm going to go up here and check out Belle Isle a little bit, which I hardly ever go to. And I got quite a few, some pretty good interviews, a lot of photography, and today I'm going to, I'm going to tell you another thing I want to tell you, is when I was down, I cut through the Michigan Avenue stroll all the time that I talked to you guys about. They are very actively busting people left and right. Female decoys and male decoys up the yin-yang. I almost didn't even want to talk to Raven because I'm not really sure how they feel about me. I know they know what I do. And, man, it's dead there anyway, so I don't even know if I'm going to spend much time back there before I leave tomorrow. Oh, do you? Direct flight 747? Really? What time does it leave usually? No, I agree with the Raven deal. Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, all I can do is ask, and I do it the most subtle, sensitive way I can. I mean, that's the last I'll ever bring it up. Right, yeah, that's exactly it. Now, the sisters and the mothers seem, very nice. But you never know what goes on. I'm not saying that to automatically mean that something's bad there. Oh, that's cool, Nikki. Yeah, they could detain me. Here's what I worry about. What they could do is they could pull over and when they're busting people, they're nailing them like 6 cop cars at a time. All of a sudden, they come out of the woodwork, unmarked cars, marked cars. They pull up to me. Now, they'd never get me on tape, of course, soliciting a working girl. But what they could do is one concern with police departments, and that is it's the appearance of crime. I know that sounds crazy. You think that everything's burden of proof and all that. Well, not really. There's a big gray area out there. And they don't, when they decide to crack down on this, they don't want it looking like some guy is soliciting working girls. So I pull over. I always make sure to get out of my van. I always have my camera. And I start talking to them. All of a sudden, if they felt like it, they could just swoop down there, say, hey, look, you're down here all the time. You're affiliating yourself with a known working girl. We're going to charge you with soliciting. And they impound your car. They take Daisy down to the dog pound, and I've got to find out a way how I'm going to get home 200 miles away. And I'm sure a year from when that happened, I'd have it all straightened out, and the charges would be dropped $10,000 later. Yeah, that's exactly what I don't want. Oh, Terry, thank you. Hey, Sir Gers, how you feeling? How you doing? So it could happen. And, you know, it's not soliciting, but, you know, if they say, well, he isn't actually soliciting, but he is talking to these people and he's down here all the time, and to a stranger, they don't know whether he's soliciting or not, and we want this guy out of here, therefore, maybe this will teach him a lesson. So that could happen. I mean, you could, but first of all, it's not that easy meeting the girls. You'd think it would be, but it's not. I've been down here. Look at everybody's fishing out here today. Hey, Sir Graves, you don't happen to know if you look around here, there's dead fish everywhere. I mean, millions of them. You go down the Rouge River, you can hardly stand the smell. They look like silver bass to me, young ones. Has anybody read anything in the paper about that? Has anybody read anything? Sometimes my signal gets a little shitty over here, so I'm sorry if it drops off. Man, there's just dead fish everywhere. I mean, you could take front end loaders and spend a week scooping them out of the water. Yeah, thanks, Anya. Oh man, the fishermen are all over the place. Hey, May. Oh, thank you, Shadow Gamer. Oh, Sarnia? Oh, okay. Yeah, you could have. I haven't seen. I was just been by there. I haven't seen anybody down around there. Something's going on there. I wouldn't be surprised they all got picked up with outstanding warrants and they're in jail, which is why they're not posting. They're not, it's super slow there, man. They're busting them left and right. Oh, no kidding, Nikki. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it's hard to figure out. No kidding. Yeah, I noticed they didn't have any toilet paper or hand sanitizer. Hey, Dan. Yeah, I couldn't remember the name. Thanks. Yeah, she's too young, 18 and over, Shadow Gamer. Play it later, Heidi. I don't want to bore everybody. Yeah, but I wonder how could it be natural for a bunch of like undersized fish, all the same size, die? Doesn't make any sense. Hey, ceiling fan. Yeah, I've been coming down here for like 55 years. I've never seen anything like that around here. I mean, it looks like the red tide on the Rouge River. It's my favorite bird. Yeah, I mean they're all over the place. Yeah, it's a killer view, man. I think this is one of the best out on the point sunset view. Sunset Point, I mean. No, no snow. Nope. Yeah, but they can breathe. They can come up to everything else is living fine. Yeah, it's up on East Verner. East Werner. $6 feet. All right, Kim, take care. Come on over here to Belle Isle. Get a good view. Yeah, it's been a mild winter. It sure has. There's a black squirrel. Yeah, I believe that, Bill. Yep. Well, I think I'm going to sign out here, guys. Go get some photos. So you guys have a good day today. I'll be on tonight, okay? If I can get an interview, I'll do a live interview. I would have done one with this lady a little while ago, but the road noise was like really heavy. So I just taped it. Yeah, I agree, Lynn. Yeah. Oh, okay, ceiling fan. Well, you guys have a good day today, and I'll be on later tonight. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I don't know. Whoever I can, Sir Graves. All right, see you later. Yep.